Okay, today we see the exercise number 21. Exercise number 21. You see here, Mr. Ishwar of Belgaum, a professional author. Ishwar of Belgaum is a author. He is a author of managerial technique. Has entered into an agreement with Indian publishing house. Indian publishing house is the publisher. So Ishwar is author. He is the lessor. Indian publishing house is the publisher and they are lessee, New Delhi. They made an agreement on 1186 for publication and sale of book. The agreement is between author and publisher for printing and sale of book. The terms of agreement were the royalty payable 20% of the sale amount of the book. 20% of the sale amount of the book is the royalty. Okay, royalty. The price of the book is 75 rupees. Okay. On 75 rupees, you calculate 20%. You calculate 20%. 20% of 75 is equal to 15 rupees. It is 15 rupees. 15 rupees the royalty. First point clear. Rate of royalty is 15 rupees. The author is to be paid minimum rent of rupees 50,000 per annum. 50,000 is the minimum rent. Minimum amount payable is minimum rent. Minimum rent is 50,000. Okay. And each year excess of minimum rent over royalty is recoverable out of surplus royalty of the next 3 years. Next 3 years is the short working recovery period. Short working recovery period is next 3 years, floating time. Okay, 3 years are next 3 years are given to recover the short working. Okay, but subject to the maximum of rupees 6,000 in particular year of recovery. But there is another condition. You are permitted to recover the short working in the next 3 years, but the recovery should not be more than 6,000 per annum. Maximum limit of recovery is rupees 6,000. Okay, you are permitted to recover 6,000 per year, not more than 6,000 in a year. Okay, this is the additional condition. And you have to follow the two conditions. One is time given is 3 years, next 3 years, and limit is 6,000 per year for recovery. Okay, and there is no strike. First is royalty. Royalty is equal to 75 into 20%. That is 15 rupee. Minimum rent is 50,000. And recovery period is next 3 years and maximum 6,000. You remember this. And years are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years information is there. Number of books sold is here. Okay. You take this as output and prepare royalty account, author account, then short working account in the books of publishing house, means lessee. Ledger accounts in the books of lessee. Okay. You see the solution. Royalty account, date 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. You write the year and date. Then output means sales, number of copies sold. First year 2000, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. This is the output or copies sold. Rate of royalty is 15. 15 means how I calculated this 15. 75 is the selling price. 20% is the royalty. 75 into 20% is equal to 15. Okay. Lastly, I will calculate that. 15 rupees, 15 rupees, 15 rupees, 15 rupees. Okay. Then royalty. Multiply these two. Output and rate. 2,000 into 15, 30,000. 2,800 into 15, 42,000. 4,500 into 15, 67,500. 6,000 into 15, 90,000. 4,000 into 15, 60,000. This is the royalty. Then minimum rent per annum is 50,000. First year 50,000, second year 50,000, third year 50,000, fourth year 50,000, fifth year 50,000 minimum rent. Then I will calculate excess first. Then calculate the short working. First year no excess, second year no excess, third year there is excess of 17,500. Okay, 17,500 is the excess. 67,500 minus 50,000. Next, here 40,000 is excess. Here 10,000 is excess. This is the excess amount. Then calculate the short working. Okay, I have taken short excess column first because short working SW, SWR, SWR comes serially. Therefore, I taken the excess column first. Then first year short working is 20,000. 50,000 minus 30,000. Second year short working is 8,000. 50,000 minus 42,000. Third year no short working. Fourth year no shorting. Fifth year no short working. Then come to the short working recovery. This is very complicated. This is very complicated. You see very carefully. 20,000 is the first year short working. Okay. 20,000 is the first year short working. This is to be recovered in the next 3 years. Next 3 years. 20,000 is to be recovered in next 3 years. Next 3 years means 87, 88, 89. Okay. And maximum limit given for you people is 6,000. Okay. In the first year, it is not possible to recover because there is no excess. Suppose you recover in the next year 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. If you recover, you can recover maximum 18,000 in the next 3 years, not more than 18,000. Remember this. Maximum 18,000 can be recovered in the next 3 years because maximum limit per annum is 6,000. Okay, so 20,000 is the short working. Out of 20,000, maximum 18,000 can be recovered in the next 3 years, not more than that. Therefore, out of 20,000, it is possible to recover 18,000 only, and 2,000 cannot be recovered. 2,000 cannot be recovered. Therefore, in the first year itself, that 2,000 goes to irrecovery column. Remember this. First year, 2,000 is to be transferred to irrecovery column. Short working irrecovery column. Remember this. You see here, out of this 20,000, you can recover 6,000 here, 6,000 here, 6,000 here. It is assumption, not exact. I am showing the situation. 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, 18,000. Okay, 3 years completed. Next 3 years completed. Therefore, you can recover only 18,000. Then what is the balance? Out of 20,000, you recovered 18,000. Balance is 2,000. This is transferred to irrecovery column. Whenever you comes to know the irrecovery amount, that is transferred to irrecovery column. Remember this. Okay. This is the point. And if you consider this 8,000 rupees, for second 8,000 rupees, next 3 years. Next 3 years means this is the 1, this is the 2, this is 3. That means 88, 89, 90. 88, 88, 89, 90 are the 3 years, next 3 years. But already amount is mentioned. Here it is not possible. Out of 8,000, you can recover only 6,000 here because these columns are already filled. There is no space because maximum limit is covered here. Okay. 20,000 out of 20,000, you give place to the amount. And about 8,000, it is not possible to recover in the 1988, 89. You can recover 1990 rupees, 6,000, reach 6,000. Okay, 6,000 is possible. This is the assumption. But what happens here? You see here. It is not possible. This is the situation. In this way, you can recover. This is the assumption made regarding recovery. Okay, but you see here it is not possible to recover because here is the short working. Okay, And out of this 8,000, it is possible to recover only 6,000. It is possible to recover only 6,000 because in these 2 years it is not possible to recover. Therefore, out of 8,000 it is possible to recover 6,000 and 2,000 is irrecoverable. It is confirmed. It is confirmed. Okay. So for the year 1987, irrecovered amount is 2,000 from this 8,000 and this 6,000 are irrecovered because there is no excess amount of recovery. So I transfer this 6,000 and 2,000 from this 8,000. Totally 8,000 transfer to irrecovery column. I put 0 here. 6,000 plus 2,000, 8,000. 8,000 I transfer to irrecovery column. How this 8,000 arrived? Out of 20,000, 6,000, whatever written here, plus out of 8,000, 2,000 plus 6,000. Once again, I'll show it. You see here, out of this 8,000, 6,000 recoverable. Okay. And remaining 2,000 irrecovered. 2,000 plus 6,000, 8,000 is irrecovered because here there is no excess. Here there is no excess. Therefore, I will cancel this 6,000 and put the 0 and take to the irrecovery column, 8,000. Okay, 6,000 plus 2,000, 8,000. You remember this point. Otherwise, you see the video once again. Okay, and here, irrecovery is not here. Okay, you put the 0, put the 0, put the 0. Out of 20,000, 12,000 recovered. 12,000 recovered, then 10,000 irrecovered. Then out of 8,000, 6,000 recovered, 2,000 irrecovered. This is the point you remember. Okay, next payment column. In the payment column, we write the equation. Royalty plus SW minus SWR. Second, royalty plus SW minus SWR. 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 This is the equation. Okay. In this way, calculate the amount. Next, you prepare the accounts, ledger accounts. Ledger accounts in the books of publishing house. Publishing house. Royalty account is the first. Okay. Debit side to Mr. Ishwar. Author. Author is Ishwar. Debit side you write author name, credit side by P&L account and put the amount from the royalty column. I'll not go for repeating this again and again. To Ishwar is the lesser. Amount is from royalty column. By P&L account, amount is from royalty column. Like this, you write the amounts. You see the table and take the amount and date. One line, 1 year. Okay, this is the royalty account. Debit side to Mr. Ishwar is the author name. Date every year end. Amount, royalty column amount. Date, P&L account every year. Amount, royalty column. This is the royalty account. Next account is Mr. Ishwar account. Ishwar is the author account. In the author account, debit side and credit side, you write the year and date. Debit side to bank, credit side by royalty. Okay. Debit side amount, payment column amount, credit side amount, royalty column amount. Remember this. Debit side to bank, amount from payment column. Credit side by royalty, amount from royalty column. You see here. To bank, 50,000 payment column. By royalty, 30,000 from royalty column. Close the account, difference is 20,000. This 20,000 is by short working. Okay. Next, to bank column 50,000. By royalty column 42,000. Total 50,000. Difference 8,000 by short working. Third year, to bank account, payment column 61,500. By royalty account 67,500. Royalty account. Total 67,500. Difference is on credit side to short working. Okay. Next, to bank account, payment column 84,000. By royalty account 90,000. By royalty account 90,000. Take the total 90,000. Difference 6,000. Debit side to short working account. Next, 31st 1290 to bank account 54,000. Payment column. By royalty account 60,000. Royalty column. Total 60,000. Difference 6,000. Difference 6,000. Two short working account. Okay. You see this. Debit side to bank, payment column amount. Credit side by royalty, royalty column amount. Close the account. Difference record as short working. It is enough. Clear. Next, come to the short working account. In the short working account, debit side SW column to author. Credit side SWR by author. And for SWIR by P&L account. Okay. SW column debit side, SWR, SWIR credit side. You see here. Date to Mr. Ishwar. Author is Ishwar. Amount 20,000 SW column. And there is no amount in the SWR and SWIR. Therefore, close the account and ascertain the balance. Sorry, 2,000 is the amount in the SWIR. 2,000 is in SWIR. So you take 2,000 in the by P&L account. By P&L account. Close the account and ascertain the balance. Balance is 18,000. This is the first year. And take the opening balance 18,000. And second year to Ishwar account. SW amount. SW amount is 8,000. And in the SWIR column there is 8,000. E-recovery column 8,000. So in the credit side by P&L account 8,000. Okay. Close the account, ascertain the balance. Total 26,000. By balance carried down 18,000. By balance carried down 18,000. 1188. To balance brought down 18,000. And in the credit side there is a SWR amount. SWR is there. Therefore, by Mr. Ishwar account, SWR 6,000. Close the account, ascertain the balance. Balance is 12,000. Balance 12,000. To balance brought down 12,000. And in the SWR column there is amount. By Ishwar account. By Ishwar account 6,000. And there is no amount in the SW column, SWIR column. Therefore, close the account and ascertain the balance. Balance is 6,000. And to balance brought down 6,000. To balance brought down 6,000. Then in the last year, there is a amount in the SWR. Therefore, by Mr. Ishwar account 6,000. Close the account. Total is 6,000, both sides. There is no balance. No balance, leave it. Okay, this is the problem. This is the important problem regarding a limit to recovery of short working. There is a limit to recovery of short working. Therefore, you go through this problem once again in your home.